welcome back to Girls in the Grandstand. Today we are covering everything Bahrain Grand Prix, the start of a triple header. How did everyone feel about that one today?
It was a lot better than the previous race.
Yes, yes, a lot more exciting than that. Some overtakes, which was nice to see considering last time.
Yes, I think Bahrain is a bit better for overtaking, which does obviously help the situation. Yeah, I found it a little bit frustrating as a Lando fan. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Had a bit of a scrappy weekend this weekend, and I just found
yeah.
myself shouting his name constantly throughout the race, saying, "Come on!"
I think I could hear you from my house.
No, I'm happy with the result. Oscar has been on top this whole weekend, so he deserves the win, and I'm glad that he kept the win. I was a little bit worried when that safety car come out and George was there on the softs, and I was just like, he better not win after after this whole weekend. I'm gonna be fuming. No, I'm happy. Luckily, he was just on fire this weekend.
Yeah.
The internal panic I had when I saw George just drop down to 20th, I was like, what on earth is going on? Because they were showing the replay of Kimi. So I was like, right, so there is a Mercedes that has been involved in something, which was just his little wiggle off the track. And then all of a sudden, George is down in 20th. I was like, what has happened? I'm there going back on my TV, like, what's going on? But they just couldn't track his car.
Think they were having a nightmare in general with tracking anything. It frustrates me so much when we do not have the times on screen.
Oh, honestly, it actually drives me mad. Like, there's nothing I love more than seeing where the drivers are and then how many seconds they're in between each other to know if they're going to overtake. But it's just like, they just don't want to put it up now, and it's frustrating.
No, I had to get the app open and keep checking on my app because I needed to know. I knew that Lando was getting close to Charles, didn't know how close. I was just, yeah, it is frustrating when you can't see those gaps.
Yeah.
I think it was also quite funny because I think it was on like the driver tracker of the F1 app. You've got all of them on the track, and George is just in bottom corner, just on his own, away from everyone.
Just broken. Just broken. I mean,
God.
obviously, at the time of this recording, George is currently still P2.
We don't know what's happening
Whether
there.
that changes or not, we don't know. We cannot see into the future. But if he was having that many problems, then does it seem a bit harsh that if he does get penalised? But then on the other side of things, if it was a Mercedes issue, then they're having issues with the car, and regardless, he should be penalised because they're not running it where they should be. I don't know. It's one of those, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a difficult one, I think. I think it might take a little bit, obviously, to get the result, but we'll see. We'll see if anything changes there.
That's probably why they wanted to do it after the race, to be fair. I mean, that also frustrates me a lot, but if they need to see the evidence from Mercedes for the issues, I mean, they were contradicting themselves in a little bit in the interviews as well when George said that he'd pressed the radio button and then it opened his DRS. But then later on he said, or the team said, that he'd just pressed the DRS button, but it was just for a second and then he shut it again because he'd realised his mistake. So it was a bit contradictory as well what they were saying. So we'll see.
We'll see what happens there.
I feel that there was like quite a bit of confusion between the Mercedes pit wall and George on the radio, because I think everything that could go wrong with the car seemed to just go wrong with the car, because I think at times he was saying that there was like a gearbox issue as well.
Yeah.
So it just seemed to be whatever technical problem he could have had, he did have.
Oh, God.
He did well to keep it in P2, I think, if he was having that many problems. So, I don't know.
And another frustrating weekend for Carlos.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for him now. Like, he must be getting annoyed.
that damage that he had in the side of his Williams, and it was no further investigation, seems
Yeah.
a bit
Yeah.
weird to me. Like, he's literally taken a whole chunk out of the side of the car. How has he got away with that?
Yeah.
If it had gone a bit deeper, you'd have been able to see Carlos just driving it just in his leg.
Yeah.
It was like a really, it was just massive.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know whether it's like the Williams second car is what it seems to be at the minute that just either gets the most damage or it just seems to be the one that they don't do as well in. Because
Yeah.
it seems to be like Alex is in his car, Alex is doing what Alex does. I mean, sitting just outside the points today, I don't think that is one of the best weekends for Williams, but then he did have a very difficult qualifying, whereas Carlos did quite well in qualifying, but you have seen where the like second Williams car doesn't seem up to standard of like the other one. Whether it's I feel like I've seen this quite a lot. Whether it's the driver or the car could be argued with like the cases of Logan and Franco, but I feel as though this time with Carlos there seems to be something amiss with it. Let's say.
And Williams definitely don't need a season like last season.
No.
Because
No, we don't.
That really cost them so much, and I think we've said before their car ended up being put together with just duct tape everywhere.
I don't think I could go through a season like last again.
No, so I don't think they want that themselves either, to be honest.
The emotional roller coaster of seeing, oh, Logan's out, so, oh my god, Franco's in. It was like they cushioned the blow a bit, but I don't think I could go through the car, the driver swaps, or anything again. Just please, can we have a normal season and see Alex Albon win? Then I get my prediction. We're not asking for much.
No, definitely not.
You've got to be happy with Pierre's performance this weekend, Jen.
I don't know where that pace came from in that Alpine this weekend, but I was quite worried for the start because obviously he was around a lot of big people, and I was a bit worried about him. And I was obviously going at the end when Max overtook him, but then you've got to think like he's still in the points, and they've pretty much got like no points this season already. So I think Pierre was a bit annoyed about losing the place to Max, but I think as coming from an Alpine fan, it's nice to see the car looking all right at the minute, and it has got the pace because the fact he was able to stay up there in P5, P6 for the whole race is incredible for an Alpine. So I'm hoping this means now that it's going forward. And obviously Jack did miss out on the points, but he was there. So it shows that the pace is there in both cars. I'm just hoping it stays that way now.
Yeah, it was a good weekend for both of them. Hopefully it's not a track specific thing. Hopefully it does carry on.
Yeah. It'd be nice to get some more points on the board for sure.
I think I've read to make things worse for Carlos is it's going to be a 3-place grid penalty for the next race because he didn't set his 10-second penalty because they retired the car before he sat the penalty.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh god, he's not going to be able to be funny today.
Oh dear.
Sure.
Will he be fined again for swearing? Let's find out.
Oh, poor Carlos. Poor Carlos. But again, the Red Bull is just Red Bulling. It's not good enough. And Max is fuming in his interview saying he doesn't even want to talk to the team at the moment. So
yeah, it was.
I don't know what's going on there.
Wasn't a great weekend for Red Bull at all. I have to be honest, when Kimi overtook Max, I was going, yes, go on, Kimi. It must have been such a confidence boost for him though as well.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I've just overtaken Max Verstappen.
Yeah. I didn't like that as it's fine. I've gone past him this time.
Yeah.
You'd have loved to have been able to see the grin on his face under his helmet as he made that move. Just like, I just did that.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, it was definitely better than Japan.
Yeah, Japan was ridiculously bad. It's so bad.
It was. Yep.
Also, a bit of positivity for Ferrari. in terms of strategies kind of working for them a bit.
I mean, I was thinking to myself when they stopped and Charles was going, I think we should do Delta. I was thinking, oh, if they screwed up here and they're not listening to their drivers again. But it did actually turn out to be the right thing for them to do, because I don't think they would have finished as far up as they had if they hadn't have
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I would love to know how many strategies like they go in with
Yeah.
Ferrari, because I swear some weeks they'd be down at Z if they could.
Yeah.
Thank you.
100%.
It's like when you're halfway through the alphabet, it's like, just give up now. Just go for it. Just flip a coin and just go with whatever comes out.
Yeah, I think that's enough strategies that on a list already.
Oh God.
No, it worked out okay for them. I think they ended up with some really good pace at the end. Lando should have got past Charles a lot quicker than he did. Oh, I was getting so frustrated. I was just like, come on. It's just, he does this a lot though, and it frustrates the hell out of me.
Yeah.
He has the pace, but he's just, when he comes to that being that close to someone that he's got to try and overtake, he just seems to sometimes really struggle, and I don't know what it is, but if he'd got past Charles quicker, he would have definitely 100% got George.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It was that lockup that did him, because the
I
time he
know.
lost with that, you just say like, oh.
Yeah.
But
Why'd you do
then,
that for?
yeah, but then Josh did stay P2, so for me, that's quite good. I think I'm the only one in the group chat that celebrated that one.
I'm not saying anything.
She's keeping quiet on that one.
Everyone's
all
entitled to their opinions.
Yeah.
I'll say all this and then it gets taken off him at the end and we'll just say like, great.
Never mind.
I don't
It
know.
annoys me as well though, because like obviously he's gone on the podium. What if he loses the podium? Then whoever gets promoted has lost the chance to be on the podium.
Yeah.
This is why the after the race investigations are annoying, but obviously I understand sometimes they have to leave it till after the race because they need the team to go in there, and it's just annoying. It's annoying.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
think, with everything he had going on, he'll probably be all right.
Yeah.
I'd love to be like a fly on the wall in them conversations. Like I'd love to know what goes on
yeah.
behind the
Yeah.
scenes.
Yeah.
That would be good.
I'd like to go behind the scenes in loads of team conversations.
Yeah.
But it would just be knowing our luck that they're actually not that exciting. Like we build them up in our head, being like, oh, there'll be chairs thrown and everything, and they're actually very calm.
Yeah. Calm and relax. It's fine, guys. We'll do it again next week. It's fine. No needs panicking.
Like they walk in. Anyone fancy a cup of tea?
Yeah. We're straight into Jeddah next weekend.
Wow, crazy. Round 5 already. It feels like 2 minutes ago as if it was Australia.
I know, it doesn't feel like we've had a breather at all, does it? In
No.
between races, even this break between Japan and Bahrain has not felt like like it's been 2 weeks at all.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
And then
did enjoy it being at a normal time for us though.
Oh God, it was so nice to not have to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I much prefer to wait for the race, be able to get up and do things before the race and then sit and chill in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
I know we're if anyone's listening follows us on social media, we shared a TikTok about Europeans being happy, and it has sparked some debate in the comments, shall we say.
Yeah.
So it's not all Europeans that are happy about the afternoon races. But at least we can all agree that we are happy with the afternoon races.
Definitely prefer afternoons, evenings. It's just so much more. You can relax and chill out, and you've not got to get up super early and be tired, and then watch a boring race that nothing happens in. Like,
yeah. As someone who really, really dislikes waking up early, I would much rather be able to chill and watch the race later on.
Yeah.
I
And I
also
like
find
to,
one of them, the early morning one, if like your driver or your team doesn't do as well, that's you just in a bad mood all
Yeah.
The
day.
whole
Whereas
day.
when it's
Yeah.
like an evening and a night one, it's like, right, well, I'm off to bed in half an hour.
Yeah.
It's right.
It's fine. Going to bed soon. No need to worry about it.
Yeah.
and I like to watch the race live. So even if it is early in the morning, I will always, if I can, get up for it.
Yeah.
I mean, some people are happy to, record it or watch highlights, but I like
Yeah.
to watch it in
Yeah.
the moment if I can.
Yeah. No, I'm the same. I prefer to watch it live than watch it later on, because for me, you get up, you go on your phone, you scroll on it, you see it straight away, like it's gonna be spoiled. So I think the live aspect's a lot better as well.
Yeah, I agree.
That, and then you don't know what's happening. So you've got the thing of you see it on your phone of like, oh, lap 7, there's a big crash, so you just skip it straight to that. Or you just have like the thing in your head of that's all you're building up
Yeah.
for. Whereas when
Yeah.
it's live, you're like, oh, what's happening? Sort
Yeah.
of thing.
What's going on over there?
Like George disappearing down to P20.
Yeah. Where'd he go?
Just floating in the side of the track.
just chilling. Just chilling at the
chilling.
side, just watching everybody.
Started his own Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Of what time's Jeddah next weekend? Is that a sort of late afternoon, early evening race?
Usually, is it like 5, 6 o'clock usually, I want to say. I've not looked at it yet, so I don't actually know what the time is.
I
I'll
think it
have to
is.
check.
I think it is an evening one,
Yeah.
which will be nice.
It's 6 o'clock.
Well,
Well, that's a nice one. Nice evening chilled one.
yes.
Hopefully it'll be an interesting one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I think it's difficult to predict that one because of this it being a street circuit, but it's
Yeah.
also a quick circuit. So I think we might have a bit more safety car action
Yeah.
next weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I was expecting a few more safety cars today though, but we didn't really get that many. Everyone behaved pretty much into turn 1 today.
Yeah. It's pretty incident free.
It was.
Yeah. The timing worked perfectly with Oscar for the safety car though, because he was just coming round to go to the pits, and it's like if that came a split second later, he'd have been past it already, so that couldn't have worked better for him as well.
Definitely.
Yeah. It did. It landed just at the right time. I mean, they always take so long to decide these things. I mean, that debris was on the track for a good few laps before they actually brought the safety car out.
Yeah.
So it's sometimes I wish they'd make decisions like that a bit quicker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just get it done out of the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was overall pretty decent race, I thought, to watch.
Yeah. I enjoyed that one. It was nice.
Yeah.
It's not
a lot better
stressful.
than the last one.
Yeah. Not stressful. Nice and chilled. It was alright.
It was stressful.
Well, for you, it was stressful.
It was stressful.
That's what you get when you get drivers in the drivers' championship, right? I'm just chilling with
Yeah.
the points. I'm fine.
It was half stressful just because obviously Oscar was in front and he was gone. Didn't have to worry about him.
No.
He's so unproblematic.
Yeah.
But on the other half, yes, it was stressful. I'm glad he got a podium. Like my predictions, I put him as second because I knew he'd be able to get up there. McLaren have definitely got a fast car.
Yeah.
It's just he could have been second if he had got through a bit quicker.
Yeah.
And he wasn't outside his pit box at the start of the race.
Yeah, that might have helped a little bit.
Didn't help.
Oh,
honestly.
silly Billy. As soon as I saw that come up, I thought, oh, he's definitely done that because I don't just say that for no reason.
No.
I was just like, he's definitely getting a penalty.
Yeah.
I think it could have been a lot worse than 5 seconds. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We'll take the 5 seconds. Yeah, I guess that's it, really, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, there was more stuff that happened, but it wasn't crazy enough to warrant so much talking about it. But yeah.
No. No, I mean, yeah, there's more happened than in Japan, but
Yeah.
it wasn't crazy.
No.
If we hadn't have had Japan the race before, I think we might have been slightly disappointed with this race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think anything's better than what we watched for Japan. So
Yeah, I think so.
but yeah, we'll be back next week for Jeddah. Hopefully that's another exciting race. It's not a sprint race, is it? When's the next sprint race? Is that Brazil? I don't know anymore.
It's before Brazil. I can't
even keep up with these sprint races anymore.
I don't actually think I've seen anything anywhere that I didn't even remember that China was a sprint race.
No.
Until it was happening. So
yeah. We'll figure the sprint race out when we get there.
Yeah, we will. I don't know.
Yeah.
For me, F2 and F3 don't help because those is a sprint race every week. So I'm just like, oh, every week's a sprint race then.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll be back next week to talk Jeddah. So we will see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.